guest is former Florida Governor Jeb Bush, and one of your big moments of the night, Governor. You there?
Yes.
Great, great. Nice to have you. One of your big moments of the night was when you took on Donald Trump after praising South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley's rebuttal to the State of the Union address. You praised her and hit Donald Trump on his Muslim ban. We're going to take a listen.
We don't have to have refugees come to our country, but all Muslims? Seriously? You cannot make rash statements and expect the rest of the world to respond as though, well, it's just politics.
I want security. I'm tired of seeing what's going on between the border where the people flow over, people come in, they live, they shoot. I want security for this country.
And Governor, did you win on that or did he?
I thought I won because we're running for the presidency of the United States. You need to be serious about these things. Of course, we have to control the border. There's no reason to bring refugees without having confidence that there's a good, proper screening process. But then to say ban all Muslims, that means all Indonesians, many Indians, Pakistanis who might be contributing in some way to the fight of terror. They're not allowed into the country. It's not a rational thing. Donald likes to push things out, say outrageous stuff, and then walk them back. At some point, you know, people are going to have to wonder, is that how you run the presidency? Is that how you lead our country? Is that how you lead the free world? And the answer is no.
Right. Governor, was he saying, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Donald Trump has said he's going to ban all Muslims. I think he said we were going to take a temporary ban on having refugees come into this country and immigrants as well until we figure out the problem.
Yeah, immigrants as well. That's the point. Ban all Muslims is what he said. That's how it garnered the attention for everybody to, you know, to focus on him. Of course, we should have a system where refugees are screened. The FBI director has made it clear that right now there isn't adequate procedures to assure that Islamic terrorists aren't in the midst of refugees. So that part I get. I don't think there was anybody on the stage that disagrees with that. But from a position of the United States leading, how are we going to lead a coalition to take out ISIS and to bring stability for our own national security if you ban all Muslims? That just makes no sense.
Well, and to follow up on that, Governor, ISIS has vowed to infiltrate the refugee system, and we may have seen that, or at least some bad eggs there in Europe after Chancellor Angela Merkel brought in so many. So how would a President Jeb Bush do things differently?
Well, I think we should have a pause button for refugees coming to our country. We also ought to tighten up the visa waiver program so that European citizens that have traveled extensively into the Islamic terrorist areas don't come in automatically like other citizens from Europe would come in. We need to make sure that passports aren't falsified. We need to reauthorize the Patriot Act, including all of the tools in the toolkit. I mean, there are things that we have to do to protect the homeland. So this is a dangerous time, and we need a serious president to do it. And we have to lead the world. We can't isolate ourselves from the rest of the world and push them away. We need to lead the world if we're going to be serious about protecting the homeland.
I know Hillary Clinton was a common theme last night. She's like the opponent of whoever the nominee is. You had this line to talk about not only her foreign policy, but her legal problems.
Hillary Clinton would be a national security disaster. Think about it. She wants to continue down the path of Iran, Benghazi, the Russian reset, Dodd-Frank, all the things that have gone wrong in this country. She's under investigation with the FBI right now. If she gets elected, her first 100 days, instead of setting an agenda, she might be going back and forth between the White House and the courthouse. We need to stop that.
Funny line.
So you believe, Governor, that the problems are that bad, and your sources say the indictment could be coming?
I only get my news from Fox and Friends, so that's all I get. All I'm saying is that she's under investigation by the FBI. Just pause and think about that. That's a pretty uncommon thing for a presidential candidate. And each and every week, it just seems like there's more information. Now there's, according to Fox again, there's expanded investigation and the connection with the Clinton Foundation. This is a serious deal. So look, I want to win. I think the Republicans need to win. We unify. Hillary Clinton would be an unmitigated disaster for ideological purposes, but she also has this legal problem that would really undermine our country.
Well, Governor, she does have that legal problem, and we've had people here on Fox who have said that it's reaching critical mass at the FBI. They've got plenty of information. They've got the goods on perhaps charging her. But then again, they're going to present it to the Attorney General of the United States, and then it becomes political. So if the Attorney General decides, you know what, it's not that big a deal, and they don't go ahead and advance the criminal case, what does that say to you about politics?
Well, the information will be out, and she's untrustworthy at a minimum. She does not tell the truth. Today, the Benghazi movie comes out, and she lied about that to protect the re-election of Barack Obama. That's how they roll. They're incredibly political. These are positions of national responsibility. Everything is seen through a political lens. I will take it to her, because my record is an open book. Her record is one where we have to get it all pried out by an FBI investigation. And I think that's what Americans want, to have a president that is open and transparent, that is honest with them, that focuses on them, not about their own personal ambitions.
Governor, do you think that the headlines are right today? A lot of them say now it's a three-person race. It's Cruz, Rubio, and Trump. Your feeling?
I don't think that's true. I'm heading up to New Hampshire tonight, and I'm looking forward to campaigning actively over the next few weeks in Iowa and New Hampshire and South Carolina, where we have the best ground game in all three of these places. I'm in it to stay, and I feel really good about where we are.
Do you think has your dad gave you any advice, because he had to deal with an insurgent candidate in Pat Buchanan, and you also talked last time about your brother coming out, especially in New Hampshire. Where are you at with that?
Well, it hasn't been determined exactly how to go about this. My brother gives me good advice for sure. My dad's just a loving dad right now. Just every time I call him, I called him yesterday. He just says, "I love you. Have fun doing this." He's out of the political opining business right now. 91 years old.
All right, Jeb Bush joining us from North Charleston, South Carolina. Governor, thank you very much for getting up early to be with us today.
Thanks.